Good evening, everybody. This is Amy. Hope you guys are doing well. So this is the it's kind of a tarot session and chat towards the end, but this is a video that is a live that is all to do with the new astrology year. So today is the last time in Pisces, and this is going to be really, really exciting as it's shifting over into Aries. So there's lots and lots to celebrate, and obviously saying goodbye to an old cycle and bringing in the new. You know, like the wheel goes with the wheel, and number 10 in the tarot, the wheel is turned. And it's now time to get into Aries season. So it's really, really exciting. So I want to give you guys, first things first, a little bit of a flavor of what's going on in the astrology basis, and but also in the tarot and the intuitive side. And then what I'd like to do is go through one card, and I will put the timestamps in the comment section. I promise I will do it this time. I always forget when I come off. I'm sorry. I will go through the energy, the flavor of the energy, what's going to be coming up in the next cycle, and also go through one card for each of the signs. So do stay tuned for that. But I do want to first and foremost, I'm using the energy oracle for the flavor of the year. Flavor of the year, not flavor of the week, flavor of the year. So I got 5 cards for this actually. Oh, 5 cards. And I want to first and foremost start off with this one. Balance. That is that is kind of the theme for the year, the flavor. And it's probably going to be mentioned in the title. The flavor of the year is the balance. It's about bringing in that balance. Now, this can be on a basis of your work and your home life. You know, I can guarantee every single person that watches this video has not got balance. And if you have, that's awesome. But it's you're doing too much of one thing and not of the other. So if you're working too many hours and you're not having that time for yourself, you're going to crash a big time. If you're putting too much negativity out there, you're not putting enough positivity out there, it's going to come back on you. So you have to be really, really, really careful. So the angel of balance is just a gentle reminder of this year, just making sure that we've got that 50-50. You imagine a pair of scales. You've got to have that balance, okay? And then we've got, oh, wow, this is really interesting. Okay, so I'm going to get the negative cards out of the way. I'm going to say negative because they are pretty, this one's quite dark, but it's nothing to fear because it is what it is. You know, you've got the deception. It's deceit. There is the deceit. How evil does that guy look? Seriously. Who drew him? The deceit card is... It is that. It's deception. It's lies. It's corruption. It's not telling the truth. It's about manipulation and seeing that through so much pain and heartbreak. And if you guys have gone through deception, if you've gone through situations where people are not being truthful or people are not just being the best versions of themselves and really radiating that out, you have to put a barrier up there. You have to protect yourself. It's important. You have to release that attachment, okay? Because I tell you something, as difficult as it is, you have to let people like that go. You'll never, ever move forward as a strong, capable, confident person if you don't let go of people that do not serve you anymore. And that's a reminder for this year. Remember what I said about the balance. You need people that are good for you. Yeah, of course, you're going to keep bringing in toxic people, but if you have a strong, able circle of friends or family that are there to support and guide you, then you're not going to have a problem. You're just going to be able to go, nope, nope, nope. You're just going to ping them off like they're little flies. You know, you got to be really careful with that. Yeah, so be aware of that and be aware of deception, be aware of backstabbers, especially in the workplace, especially with, you know, within your circle, within, you know, they always say, you know, you got to find your tribe. And if you don't feel like you're finding your tribe and you actually feel like you're hanging around with people that make you feel like poo, basically, they just make you feel like you're not good enough, then it's time to ping them off. Just go, no thanks. So do bear that in mind. But the 2 positives, of course, this is what I'm saying. So you have the balance card in the middle there. You've got 2 negative and then you've got 2 positive. There is a balance there. So that's really good. That's really positive. You have Cornucopia. So this is finesse. This is the finesse. This is the brutal positivity of abundance. It's oh wow, that was long, wasn't it? I do surprise myself with my words sometimes. Totally British, aren't I? Cornucopia is just an array of abundance, an array of happiness and joy. Okay. And I'm going to go that with the 11. It's, 11, 11. How many of you see 11, 11 and go, oh, make a wish, do it. Why not? You've got nothing to lose there, because you're manifesting that cornucopia. But it's also about being grateful for what you do have. I always say that, just make sure that you do show benefit of what you have. So I'm grateful for this room. I'm grateful for the fact the snow is clearing up outside, just little things like that, just be grateful for breathing. Every time you take a breath, be thankful for it. Be thankful you're still here. Regardless of what you're going through, just be thankful. How many do deep breaths at the minute? And last but not least is appreciation. So you're appreciating the good things. You're appreciating value. You're appreciating what you do have. And that's fantastic. So you should be so proud of yourself that you are able to be thankful for, again, like I say, what you do have in your life. And it's nice. It's also about self-care. You see the lady there, she's picked a nice rose for herself, and she's like, yeah, I really like this rose. I like this. And there was a bit of a glitch on this card. Like, you see her, she's like got she has like, I don't know if you'll be able to see, I'm sorry if you can't, but she has like a weird eye there. So it's good. It's all good, baby. It's all good. But appreciation, self-appreciation, balance, and letting go of deceptives. And you're on your way to success this year, definitely. But we are on the new cycle tomorrow, the new cycle in Aries, which is the new cycle of the Zodiac. So it's really exciting. Zodiac, that's why I should have put it. I put new astrology cycle, put new Zodiac cycle. Never mind. So, my darlings, I'm going to now get on to the star signs. Do listen to your sun, your rising, and your moon to get kind of a bit of an idea of what's going on. Just to let you guys know, I've turned the chat off. I'll get to the chat. I'll have a little bit of a chin wag with you at the end, but I don't want to be distracted. So I hope you understand. I turned the chat off. Turned it off. So we're going to start with Aries. It's your time to shine. Ha, yay. So Aries, kicking off with Aries season. We're kicking off with a bang, right? It's your time to shine. So just radiate that shine out to the world. Whether you're an Aries rising, whether you're an Aries moon or a sun, whatever, even if it's in your housing somewhere, it's your time to show the world who you are, but show the world in a positive way, not in a negative way. Show the world in a positive way. Show the world that you are a nice, amazing person. They'll say, yeah, boy. My son says that. I apologize. I had to say it. Say, I'm here. It's about radiating love out to the world. And I'm interested to know, I'm going to read the comments about what I just said then. Sometimes they come out. But it's about being able to just go. But remember, you got to find the balance. So if you're not getting enough self-care, you have to shine in that department. If you are really excelling, I see future development with work, especially in promotions and bringing in money. It's this, yes, I've got this. And it's really positive for you, Aries. I really do see a lot. And happy birthday to those that are celebrating this week. Into the next series season of Aries. It's this head injury I got today. I apologize. I hit my head. So it's a time to shine and be able. Shine and be able. Taurus, not surprised this came up for you. Take the lead. It's not going to take you long to do that. It's the season of shining out to the world, of course, with Aries, but of course, you're taking the lead this year. So you're taking the lead in career. I see development, pay rises, especially. I see a lot of Taurians having a great pay rise, new job, further prospects. But of course, there's more time for you to ground yourself. Taurus, you don't do it enough because you're so busy. I need to make money. You kind of rule money. So it's kind of one of them things you just built into your head. It's in the moon right here. But you got to be careful. You can't burn yourself out. Remember, it's all about balance. You've got to find that balance. And, I know so many Taurians are like, yeah, I need a holiday, but, I'm so busy with work. And it's like, nah, book that holiday. Take that time out for yourself because you have to recover. Everybody needs recovery time. You can't use your bedtime as recovery time. You have to take a bit of more of a a jump in that respect. However, like I say, it's time for you to take the lead. So if you really are wanting to, if you want to go self-employed, if you want to take the lead in a wedding, if you're getting married this year, congrats if you are. Take the lead, take the role. Taurian women, I can imagine you are amazing at planning weddings. But yeah, just bear that in mind, okay? Gemini, change your focus, okay? Change the perspective, change the perspective. So I'm going to put it out there. If you're the gossip, you got to change that. If you are the person that is putting yourself out there in a negative way, you got to change it. It's about changing your focus, changing where you're going in your life. Like I said, if you're unhappy in a job, why are you not doing something about it? And, oh, well, it pays well. No, you literally live once. And I can't express this enough. You need to change your focus. What are you here for? If you don't know, I can help with that. But if you know what your life purpose is and you're prepared to do something about it, then that's fantastic. But if you know what your life purpose is, but you're sat there going, I need to do something about it, but I don't want to. You need to, because like I say, we live once. We could get our life as we know it could end whenever. So you have to literally live every day happy. And I know sometimes it's hard. I'm aware of that. It's the Western culture, but it's hard. Life is hard, but we have to do things that make us happy. So as long as you're doing those little sorts of things and you're making yourself happy, that's great, but change your focus, change the way that you see that perception of the world. I'm not saying Geminis are gossips, by the way, before anybody starts. I was just using it as an example. But yeah, just be aware. Plus my daughter's a Gemini. So yeah, just change that perspective. Especially some Geminis are very, very sensitive. So if you find that you take criticism really bad, then try your best to look at it in a positive way. So, oh, my boss said I did really pants on this, but however, I'm going to really prove him wrong next time. That sort of thing. You see where I'm going with this. Cancer, time to manifest, baby. So it's all about manifestation. So this is lovely. So this really is going to be really beneficial to you, this zodiac cycle. It's going to be really beneficial to you. I can't say much more than just happiness, foundation of family. That's all I see is this family life. It's nice, cushy little family life. But it's not, people say, I'm going to manifest a new car. Great. I'm going to manifest this. I'm going to manifest that. Why didn't manifest better feelings for yourself? Not be me, letting that sensitivity drag you down, Water signs really do struggle with that, the emotional side of things. But also, I see this year, Cancer's getting really spiritual. So getting on the spiritual game. So manifest what you desire this year and you will be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Leo, my lovely Leos, it's time for the darkest fears to come to light. It's nothing to be scared of. Don't worry. Leos, my loves, your darkest fears, with anything really, I teach this in life coaching. If you are, if you're in a position where things have never gone right in your life and you're thinking, oh, you know what, this is always coming to the surface. Why do I always track the same partner? Why do I always have really rubbish jobs that don't serve me? Why do the cycle of life keep repeating? But you see here, it's kind of like the moon cycle. It comes and goes, but it seems to happen in repetitive lines. This year, you're going to have to face those fears. So if you're scared of flying, get yourself on a plane and just go for it, facing the fears. And with every cycle, really, it'll always come back around unless you identify the problem. I when I did my life coaching, one of the factors was that a lot of trauma that seems to come back in patterns happens from when we're a child. And giving that inner child some love's not going to hurt, Leo. So make sure you're nurturing that little person inside of you going, I need a hug. It's about facing your darkest fears this year. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely capable of doing it. You're strong, you're passionate, you're able, you're willing. But you have to face those fears head on and you'll be fine. I promise you'll be fine. But you'll be fine. Okay. But facing the fears is something that you need to do. And once you do it, you'll be fine. I'm going to say you'll be fine because you will. Virgo. Now, don't be afraid by this card. Okay. This is again about balance. Look, you see? Virgo's not having enough balance. It's got to be even. and you're kind of stood here and things are just not, this is how you're going to end up being. It's all going to be nice and even and evening itself out, but helpless and hopeless. Now, are you helpless or are you absolutely hopeless? You're not either. You're actually really wonderful and you're a great person. However, Virgos, you can be a little bit emotional when things don't go right. It can just be like, I am hopeless. I cannot do this. I am helpless. It's about balance. And so go back to what I said at the beginning. It's about finding that middle ground. So don't spend so much on one thing. Don't spend so much on the other. You've got to find that middle ground. So this year, don't wallow in self-pity. Stand up, dust yourself off if things aren't going right and just go, I got this. Virgos are really strong, so you can do this. You're fine. Libra. Yeah, you're getting some good luck there, Libra. Well-deserved reward. This is lovely. So it's about being grateful again for what you have. But do you know what? You deserve a big pat on the back. Libras go through so much sometimes. And I've met many Libras that go through a real tough times. And you don't seem to get enough recognition for what you do and how wonderful you guys are. So go out in your floaty little bubble and go and get some rewards. There are lots of rewards in working life. There's lots of rewards in friendships. But when you find that balance, that reward comes in. You'll start to see it. If everybody has their chakras aligned, if everybody had their auras cleared out and cleansed and toned and moisturized and everybody has this big squeaky clean energy of balance and joy, God, the world would be a wonderful place. But it isn't like that. It's realistic. But you're going to be on your game this year, Libra, to be able to, to kind of polish that aura and polish off those chakras and go, right, let's give everything a good renewed cleanse and watch those rewards come in. It will happen. Okay, Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio. I'm just checking I haven't missed any. Scorpio. Oh, look, balance. So you're going to have some lovely balance. Oh, go away, eBay. Sorry, eBay just popped up on my screen. I couldn't see anything. Libra is about balance again. And Scorpio is about balance again. So what I said at the beginning about that is really, really apparent to Scorpio. I see it a lot with Scorpios, and it's my rising. I see it a lot as well. With when things don't go right, Scorpio has a tendency to be like, sort of thing, and just have this total meltdown. But no, it's fine. But it's really, I want to kind of base this around love. It's really nice. It's about, don't give your heart out too much, Scorpio, because you do. You absolutely do. You give out your love so easily to people. You're very much a giving person. People underestimate Scorpios. They go, oh, yo, Scorpio's a scorpion. It's going to sting their tails. It's not like that because you're a water sign. You're water and you're fluid and you're beautiful for it. However, you got to find that middle ground in love, especially this year, because I tell you something, there's nothing worse than being in a relationship and you giving your heart out and then don't give it back in return, or they can be very abusive or whatever. You've got to find that middle ground. And if things aren't going right for you, you've got to make that decision. Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Okay. So I want you to go and do your little bit of research on that. Pay attention to your dreams, Scorpio, as well, because they're going to start getting really, really, really vivid. So, write them down and start to evaluate and go through them. You'll be fine. Sagittarius, strengthening bonds. So this is lovely. I thought she was holding a baby. No, it's a flower. Oh, my bad. But this is lovely for ties with yourself, letting go of ties. Like I said, with life coaching, you have to go back to the start. What impact in your life has caused an effect on you, how your thinking patterns work. The first few years of our life is how we're programmed, if you like. It's almost like a machine. It's programmed and it gets wiser and wiser as you get older. But you're strengthening bonds, not just within yourself, but you're letting go of hurt, pain, ties, even the past, but not just with yourself, but with other people as well. So Sagittarians are really coming together this year. You're really, really bonding quite lovely, not just with your sign, with other signs as well, of course. But mother ties, if you have issues with your mother or your father, you're bringing that bond together. And it's about separating how you're feeling with what's happened and being able to draw a line under it and moving forward. So it's a great year for moving forward. So You'll be fine. Capricorn, you're refusing to see the bigger picture. So be careful, Capricorn. That's what I'm just going to say about that. Be careful. Your third eye can be closed. You see the good in people when actually they're not so good and they're not so healthy for you. It's a very toxic environment sometimes for you, and you don't see it until it's too late. People using you maybe for money. Have you ever been in that situation where you give your heart to somebody and they just trample on it? You're refusing to see the people for who they are. Again, balance. It's going back to that balance. So you need to get that third eye well and true. I'm just trying to light up the light there. Try and get that third eye open and let that intuitive energy guide you. Don't be guided by this. Be guided by this, because people don't do that. People want to hurt. People want to spite people. People want to be evil to people because it's easier than liking someone. That's how sad reality has come now, that it's easier to troll someone and it's easier to be real vindictive and nasty than actually being nice. That's what I find really disheartening. However, there is a big community called the spiritual community, or there is just so many like truth communities. They're nice, beautiful communities, and there's millions of us that are outweighing evil. And I did read about this in a book. I can't remember which book it was. I'll have to find it if you're interested, where they were on about energy. And that even though all the positive energy is raising, so is the evil, and it's trying to outweigh the positives. However, the more positive you are, Capricorn, however, see that people will be vindictive, lying, or whatever. When you see that, don't be sad. Just see it as a lesson. Okay. I'm going to get back to that at the end about this whole being nice thing. I'll get back to that at the end before I go, when I turn the chat on. Aquarius, because time's ticking away. Success and growth, Aquarius. So yay. Yay for you. Success and growth. This is wonderful. This is around career. So see yourself growing in your career, but see yourself growing in spirituality. Again, finding the balance. So finding that growth within yourself. You're planting the seeds and watch it grow. So you see that? That's great. So success is all about bringing yourself up. And yeah, I've got nothing else to say about that, Aquarius. Just trust me. You're going to have a good year. The good astrological cycle. And Pisces, last but not least, it's if you're a Pisces, put your hands up, because you've got to believe and succeed. Hands up, which Pisceans don't believe in themselves enough. It's true. Pisceans are terrible for it. We do. It's just what Pisces does. They put so much energy into everybody else, and you forget about you. You forget about yourself. And you don't believe that you're able to succeed like bigger people. So say if you're working in a job and you see these great CEOs above you and they're like on top of the pyramid, like, yeah, boy, like, look what I've got. They had to start at the bottom too. So if you believe that you can be up there with them, believe in it and it will happen. Believe and you will succeed. But if you sit there at the bottom going, I'm never going to do it, it won't happen. You've got to set out positive intentions. Philip Miles taught me that, setting positive intentions before I do a live. When I first started doing lives, I was petrified. I wouldn't do it. And he told me, positive intentions, do it and you will succeed. And he's right. He's right. And, believe and you will succeed. And that's the message for you. Okay, so that was all the signs. So I'm going to turn the chat on now. Ooh. Let me just mute myself. I don't want to hear myself. Let's have a butchers at the chat. 72 of you. Hi, guys. Wow. Look at all of you. Hi, guys. I'm just having a flick. Hi, Neil. I see you. I see you, Neil. Your eyes are so expressive. Thank you. That's really kind. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Hey, Amy, what's that behind you? A pillow. Oh, now I'm curious. Why this is why I didn't want to turn off the chat. because I really didn't want to miss these things as they go live, but I get so distracted, and I really don't want to be distracted. So I'm just having a flick through. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're all so kind. You're really kind to each other. That's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, exactly, King James, about eBay. Exactly. Right. Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you, Trista. That's really kind. Oh, you're all so lovely to each other. That's what I wanted to do. When the video finishes, like I was saying before, to Capricorn, it's really difficult to see this, but it does happen. I see so much negativity, and I see it, it's very painful to see sometimes, when, people put themselves out to the world, for people to say, well, you could have done this better, or, there's always someone that has to put you down. So when this finishes, what I'd like all of you to do, and I hope everybody watches this, even post live, this section anyway, I'd like you all to, like when people comment something awesome, comment something really inspiring, comment something nice. Doesn't have to be for me. It can be about for yourself. Say, I am a really independent, awesome person. Exactly, David. We're all here for each other. What I would like you to do in the comment section, when there's kind of enough comments, I'm going to do it as well. Go on the comment section, reply to a comment and tell them something nice about them, even though you don't know them. Even if you just send them love, send them a hug. Positivity breeds positivity. I said this 2 years ago when I started on Lada's channel. Positivity breeds positivity. And the more good intentions you put out to the world, the better it's going to be. And I see it so much. I see it so much in everyday life. It's so easy to be driving down the road and you make a mistake while you're driving. Just something simple and someone's going, you like this. And it's painful. It can be really, really harsh to somebody, I saw it the other day, this, oh my gosh, I felt so sorry for her. This old lady, she was pulling out of a grocery store car park. And this guy in this big sedan car, he's like, yeah, look at me. He just pulled straight out in front of her and she looked terrified. And he's going, beep, 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 beep. And I was like, whoa. So I actually asked if this woman was okay. She rolled her window down. I was like, you all right? She's like, oh, people really frighten me. She was like in her 80s and she was just going to the shop to get her shopping. And it kills me to see this. That there's so much negativity, man. There's so much of it. And I wish it would change. But if we all do our little bit, then we will change the world. We will. And it's about being a positive, intentional person instead of being horrible, Where there are bright lights, there are deep shadows. I like that, Susie. It's awesome. You're all awesome. Thank you so much. It's so nice to see some great people on these chats. Exactly. May you all illuminate the world with your bright light. Exactly. This is what we don't have enough. I'm starting to consciously do at least one good deed per day. It feels great. Exactly. It's a positive intention. And you see it a lot. You have to break that cycle at some point. You've got to break the cycle of negativity. Sorry, I just clicked my knuckles. I'm sorry if you heard that. Amy, your vibes are contagiously pleasant. Thank you. I'm just me. I can't stress that enough. Just me. It's just me. It's who I am. I see it. It's because when you see a lot of negativity and you see a lot of deceit, deception and toxic energy, you want to change that. There was a point where I was very negative. God, this is going years ago, where I was very negative and I had no reason to live. I felt like I had no reason. And then when you find that reason, you just want to do everything for everyone and be happy and be like, woo. So, hey, Philip. Hi. That's great, Peanut. That's awesome. Thank you for being awesome, Philip. I did mention you actually before you logged on. I did mention you, didn't I, guys, when you was watching, when I said about always setting in positive intentions before a live, because I used to be petrified. Actually, yes, I do. It's in my moon. It's Taurus. I'm a Taurus moon. So that is me. I am a Taurus moon, and I'm a Scorpio rising and a Pisces sun. Yeah. So there you go. Much love to all as well. Thank you very much. It's just so nice to see you guys, but please promise me you're going to do this. Philip, get on this game with me. So, when this video is finished and the comments start generating, what I'd like every single person to do is reply to a comment. It doesn't have to be, or you can write a comment or whatever, something positive to somebody else, to a stranger. Just So once you do that, once you do those little, just something small like that. So like, for instance, Susie, I think your heart is absolutely pure and beautiful. Ashley, I think you're beautiful as well, and I think you're very gifted. It is a fun game. Exactly. It's about spreading positivity, especially on YouTube, because there's too much of it. There's too much. You only have to go on channels that are extremely negative. You feel it, especially if you're intuitive. You feel how negative that is. I can't watch certain videos. If someone sends me a video, oh, have a watch, and I get just a glimpse of negative energy, I have to switch it off. I can't watch it because it's protecting your space. And I will do a video about that, actually, how to protect your space, if you guys are interested. So that's awesome, Anna. That's amazing. Aries sun. So your birthday's coming up. So yay. So yeah, today's the last day in Pisces. I did promise my friend Michelle I would give her a shout out on my live. She passed her driving test today, guys. So the last day of the Zodiac cycle, she passed a driving test with flying colours. So yeah, I've just thought I'd say that. So I did promise her. I did. She says, oh yeah, I'll tell everybody. So her so we went out today, and I didn't drive for a change. It was a lot of fun. I didn't drive. It was her turn to drive. King James and Scott, I love you guys. We're brothers in spirit. Oh my gosh. This is lovely. Do you know what? The energy switched. There is a switch. And I know that obviously retrogrades in the line and that, but no, something's changed from last Monday. Last Monday was very touchy in the comment section. You know, if you don't know what touchy means, it's kind of a British term. I think Philip probably knows what touchy means. It's kind of where it's a bit like sort of thing. It's like there's a bit more negativity running in there, you know, than usual. And yeah, so I have a reading. I have to go. I have a reading. So I need to shoot because it is time for her reading. So probably watching and probably went, yeah, it's time. Yay. So guys, if you lot would like a reading, you know what to do. Like I put in the comment, I think I put it on the description, grab a cuppa and book a reading. It's so totally British. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I do have a reading, guys, so I have to go. But I did have a quick chat with you. But please promise me, guys, you're going to do the positivity game, not negativity game. No, naughty. Definitely do the positivity game. So, like I say, for those that have just tuned in, when this is finished recording and I've put it up and it's all processed and that, when the comments start rolling in, go back a few hours after this is done. And look at the comments, reply to comments and give each other some positivity. And I'm going to do it as well. Philip says he's going to do it. Yay. Oh my gosh, there's like a marriage proposal in the comment section now. What is this? This is amazing. Blessings to all of you. Thank you. I'm leaving on such a high. Thank you very much. So now I'm going to go do this reading. I'm not going to keep her any longer. So take care, guys. Love and light. Angel blessings. Mwah. And if you'd like a reading, it's over on the Astrolada website. And let's keep that positivity chain going. And I'll see you later. Talk amongst yourselves in the comment section now. Stay positive. See you later, guys. Love and light.